At a social gathering, through the idea of me, I introduced her to Joe Bonacci and Ann Posh, and 5 minutes later they had a name, Singles on Stage, yes, and it's just been going like crazy from then. And tonight is their debut.
Well, welcome to the debut of Singles on Stage, or as you probably are aware, SOS Players. So I asked him if any of the members had ever put on a play doing a takeoff on SOS. I love to laugh, and sometimes as singles we get very serious, and I just kind of want to lighten up a little. And he indicated to me that no one had put on a play in regard to SOS, and so he mentioned that perhaps if we really want to get this thing rolling and do one production, I should get Joe Bonacci involved. Well, lo and behold, that night in comes Joe Bonacci, and he goes, and there he is. I think it was fate. And then also Ann Posh was there that night, and Ann has a terrific sense of humor. So the three of us got together and we were discussing doing this one production. Well, as you know, SOS Players is now an ongoing activity of SOS.
Now we're going to change the pace again on this. We're going to go back to an improvisation. This one is almost completely unrehearsed, no corny jokes, and we really invite the audience participation in this. You are the audience. We call this improvisation TV 10 at 9 a.m. in the morning, or the Phil Don't Know How show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Phil Anyhow show. That in the United States, free enterprise still abounds, where anyone can take a small idea with a lot of hard work and bring it to fruition and have a fantastic business. In this age of ours where we have computers and you're all numbers, inanimate objects, our guest tonight has seen the side of all of us, and it's brought some personal interest to this world. She has opened a business called non-computerized dating. And so we can go to our guest tonight and talk to Rosie Match. Rosie?
Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
Okay. Rosie has brought with her one of her famous best-selling books. Rosie, please introduce it.
My book, it's called Dating with a Twist.
Dating with a Twist?
With a twist, Phil.
What is your company's name?
It's called Your Sweepstakes.
Your Sweepstakes?
Yes, we thought it was kind of catchy.
Kind of catchy?
Kind of catchy, yeah.
Where did you get a name like that?
Well, we were originally going to call it Individual Romantic Secrets. And we felt that if we mailed out mail with that and IRS on the corner, no one would be real thrilled about it. So we changed it to Sweepstakes, because everybody wants to win the Sweepstakes, right?
Right.
Yeah. We even got Ed McMahon on the board of directors when we did it.
Ed McMahon, what does he do?
Well, he came with the name.
Oh, he carries the key for the Sweepstakes.
Yeah, he likes Sweepstakes.
Now, we're going to have audience participation.
Oh, terrific.
And we'd like to know, how do we address you as Rose Mismatch, Rosie Mismatch, Ro Mismatch, or just plain Mismatch?
We don't like to think about mismatching, Phil.
You don't?
No, you can call me Rosie.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the audience would be interested in how you get your book.
1995.
How much?
1995.
1995?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet.
How does the audience get your book?
Well, they can buy it in any bookstore, and what this does is it tells about dating and how to, actually I run franchise businesses.
A franchise business?
Yes, dating franchises.
Dating franchise.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
How does anyone in here get to obtain your services?
Oh, well, that's easy. You know, I don't want to talk fees or anything like that, but they can call 1-800-ITS-LOVE and get an application.
So, supposing they dial this number, 1-800-ITS-LOVE, what do they do
Don't
next?
you like it? It's love.
That's catchy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
What do they do next?
What do they do? Well, they get the application next. That comes in the mail.
Application?
And in the privacy of their own home. It comes in a brown envelope.
Brown
envelope? Yeah, we didn't even use IRS. We didn't use sweepstakes anymore. But the application comes that way, and then in their privacy of their own home, they can fill out this application. Only 8 pages long. 8 pages.
What are you asking, 8 pages?
Well, you can be asking normal things, you know, age, height, weight, interest, you know, what sports they like. We asked for their last Stanford Binet test and their medical records for the past 3 years.
After you assimilate all this information, but how
Wait
you...
a minute. They have to
wait,
give us a 10-page narrative on your philosophy on life and family.
But you said 8 pages.
Well, but that's an addendum.
Oh, an addendum. How do you match these people? I mean, what information do you drag out of this mound of...
Well, you know, have you ever looked at 8 pages of material plus a 10-page addendum?
Yeah, that's big.
Well, you don't expect my staff to read that stuff, do you?
Not really.
I mean, it is non-computerized.
Non-computer.
Yeah, you notice that, right?
Yes, I did.
Innovative. Well, what we do, we have, well, see, you notice the book, it says Dating with a Twist. The twist is that we ask them for their favorite food. What we do is we ask them for a single entity food, and then we match them by foods. You know, it's kind of an innovative twist.
Match them with food.
Yeah, right. Don't you think that's good, Phil? We have some wonderful matches.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a really bad experience, though.
But tell us about your
Well, my
experience.
bad experience is when I matched Spanish olive with jalapeno pepper, and it was awful. Well, buy my book. It's 1995, and learn how to all about the franchise business.
Thank you.
Looks like somebody else is coming. He finally made the donuts. Good for him. Let's have a hand for Bill. Thank you, Bill.
Do you really expect one person to do all these things every night?
No, we can't do all these things every night. We have a number of people who do a lot of things every night.
Oh, really?
Yes, but they're not on the calendar. And they're just as much fun.
Greg, I have one little question here. You said you have 25,000 members. Did I get that correct?
Approximately, yeah, we're
Okay.
rounded off.
What about these
For the nearest
potluck...
25,000.
Wait a minute, Greg. Dear, what about these potluck suppers? Isn't that a bit much to ask for any one person? 25,000 people in a house?
We have a pretty big pot. Now, one of my favorite events here on the, I noticed you have the calendar.
I have it here with me.
Is the
Yes.
interactive sharing.
Oh, yes, I
That's,
would
as a matter of
love
fact, that, you know, that's my name, my middle name. is
interactive sharing.
I find it fascinating. We get a lot of people together, and what we do is, well, we just try out like with the TV audience out there. I would say something like, people out there in the TV audience, look around the room and find somebody you don't know in your living room. That should be pretty easy to do, right, Dan?
Well, you're very clear now. Yes, now what happened?
And you say, go over and talk to that person about something really in depth, you know, for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes.
Like a discussion, real important topic like change or love or networks or something like that. Or you could just say, I'd love to change the network.
Oh, wait a minute. Please, be careful.
And then, you know, they're just about ready and we say, go! And they go across the room and just when they're really into it, about 2 or 3 minutes, I
Yeah.
can tell they're really into it,
Yeah.
I say, stop! I love to do that. I like to watch the reactions. I don't care what the hell they discuss. I think it makes any difference to me. Hey, they're single.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this has been 59 minutes with Dana Rathernock and Greg Willett, the guru, the doctor, the one who's moving it right along. Thank you.
now. She wants me to get up and do the tango. I would have looked like a fairy or something. Am I right, Richie?
Well, I'm Valentina with no fairy friend.
Go on, Joe.
Well, I was just telling you that I saw this book on Spain, and a book to me means love, because when you give a book about a romantic place, you give something with pages in it. And each page could be a day in your life. And the cover to me is like happiness. And it's like saying that all the days in your life should be as romantic as Spain. And the cover is just happiness. So I asked Richie to get it for me.
She didn't mention it. That's all she talked about, day and night for a whole month.
Well, he always forgets my birthday. I reminded him, that's all.
I didn't get it for her because I don't like to be told what to buy somebody. Maybe I want to get her something better than a book. For instance, there was this little spotted stuffed monkey in a window. I'll cover the monkey. Start spotted. A little spotted stuffed rabbit in a window. I'll cover with monkey first. It was like a little music box. You wind it up and play Happy Birthday and hopped across the floor.
All you ever got me for my birthday was a stuffed animal.
You used to like the stuffed animals. You always asked me to get you a lion or a duck.
But this time I wanted a book.
So what'd you get?
Well,
For her birthday.
I didn't get her anything. I forgot what it was.
You always forget. Anything that's important to me, you forget.
You make such a big deal out of it.
Remember I sent you out for a cake? Well, I can't see the logic in that.
You know we came home. I got a book anyway, didn't I? I got a book anyway.
Sure, after we had a fight, I went to my mother's house. Then I stayed up all night crying. And then he said, Peter, he drove it at me.
I handed you the book and I said, Happy Birthday. She takes the book and she rips out the pages and she flushes it down the toilet.
Flushes the book down the toilet?
You ripped it up. It's like throwing it at you.
Look, if you're not going to tell a story,
Why'd she rip up the book, Joe?
Let's forget the whole thing.
Just forget the whole thing.
That's what I'm trying to find out. What's the story, Richie? All right. I want everybody to be quiet. And I don't want anybody to talk and tell them. I asked them to talk, and I don't want anybody to interrupt whoever's talking. Then maybe we can discuss this in a civilized way and come down to the bottom of it. All right? All right, now. I'm going to talk first, and when I'm finished, we can discuss all of the implications of whatever it was that I said. All right?
Frank, they're getting a divorce. Do something.
What the hell do you think I'm trying to do, for Christ's sakes? Now listen to me, Joe. Maybe you don't think so, but I've been through these things, and speaking from my own experience, whenever there's difficulties in a marriage, it's usually caused by one of the parties involved causing friction. You know what I mean, Joan? I mean, one of the parties is causing it, and the other party is, you understand? You know what I mean, Richie? I mean, whenever there's difficulties in a marriage, the two people have, you know what I mean, Beatrice? I mean, Beatrice, why don't you take Joan into the other room so I can talk to Richie alone?